What's going on, guys? James here. Today we are going to wrap the downpipe with some titanium heat wrap. I'm going to take the exhaust off of the 08 sedan and see if it'll fit onto the hatchback. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping. I'm going to get one of these ready as well. Metal zip ties. So I'm just going to fold the end over. I'm going to get it tucked at an angle here. Take it, and I just unrolled half my roll, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to go all the way around that once, and then we'll do about a 1/4 of an inch overlap after that. So here's where I'll start. We'll just overlap, try and butt right up against that. Alright, got a pair of pliers. I think we're still pretty snug up top, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this if I can. There we go. And this I may have actually misjudged and not gotten enough, but we can always wrap more. I don't want to have to, but we can if we want to go down further. Fold it up, fold it over. Start right here and just start wrapping again. I should have just wrapped with the whole thing, and it's not going to hurt anything to double wrap this area. Keep this nice and tight. Yeah, we should have just wrapped it with the whole roll. It's not that bad if you don't extend it too much. Since we're not doing headers, we don't have to squeeze it in anywhere. And I'm going to come back across there around that bracket. There we go. We're just going to wrap all the way down to the cat. Alright, cut that off. Alright, let's see if these are easier to do with gloves on. Fold this over so we have a nice, clean looking edge there. Yeah, this one was much easier to do with gloves. Let's check, where did we restart our wrap? Right around here. So let's do one right in the middle, just to be safe. So I'm going to set this aside, put the car up on jack stands and ramps, and we'll get started on that. Alright, so we got it up in the front. Let's get it up in the back. That's almost level. Alright, so this will be the first time I actually have the intercooler off on the STi. Haven't really done anything to it other than the Cobb air box when I first got it, because I had it stock intake was cracked, and I believe we are going to need a 14 on those. Nope, 12. This, and yeah, that one is rotted and cracked just like the one on my WRX was. This one off. Yeah, 12 for these as well. Go ahead and take the blow-off valve off. Finally have enough time off of work to get out here, do a little bit of work on the new car. For those of you that saw my Instagram or Facebook before this video, I've seen the blue 08 that I have had for a long time. And that was totaled in a parking lot by a lady doing about 40 miles an hour whipping through there. And I guess decided she either didn't like my car or she was in too big of a hurry to stop, because she certainly didn't slow down. Luckily, I was able to go out, salvage the parts off of that car. Went ahead and got the STi this time. There it is, spark free. And this heat shield will not be going back on. Like at some point what I'll do next couple days is grind down this heat shield to fit over it, because I've got a wideband in the mail as well, and so there's no point in buying a heat shield when the wideband is probably not going to fit no matter what heat shield I have on there. Let me go with a turbo blanket, or see if I can modify the heat shield for the wideband as well. Whatever I am. That's the only thing that is undone. Should make it out now. There we go. Done deal. Oh, this is, I hate it. Where's the PB blaster? PB blaster, nice and liberal. And I'm going to let that just soak in for a while. Alright, let's try this again. I don't know if you guys are going to have any light for this, but unfortunately I just don't have a headlight here with me right now. Kind of pick one of those up so we don't run into this over and over again. And let's go ahead. Okay. Do it like this. There we go. One more right here. Hopefully the PB blaster did just good on this one. Oh man. There we go. Let's try that one from the bottom. And probably gonna have to do from the bottom as well. Oh no, that one came right out. Okay. Alright, let's jump down below. Two more should be easy to get to from the bottom. Hopefully these are not rusted on as well. Yeah, it's not too bad. This should be a 14, yeah. And, oh, that one does not want to come off either. Go ahead and knock the light over. Now, the interesting part is going to be this O2 sensor. That's going to want to come right down on my head. Yep, there it goes. And there we go. Downpipe out. So there's the old downpipe. Come over here. Let's lay the new one out next to it. Significantly better. All right, guys, we're back for day 2 of the downpipe install. Unfortunately, last night, right after I got the downpipe off, was getting ready to put the new downpipe on, the battery in the GoPro died. And so I decided, rather than charge it and try and wait till, 2-3 hours later at 10 o'clock at night and put it on, I'd just go ahead and put it on today. Did order some batteries from Amazon for the GoPro, so shouldn't have that issue again. So let's jump into it. As you can see, I just dumped everything off last night. Left it where it was. Went to spend some time with the wife and kids. Good thing is, you guys will actually be able to see something this time instead of staring at a black hole. Now I did earlier went ahead and brought the exhaust over that came off the sedan, and it's not going to line up. The mounting hangers for the mid pipe and the mufflers are just enough different that they're not going to work. So I'll have to take it over. Let's get this out of the way. I'll take it over, have an exhaust shop look at maybe relocating those brackets. Let me go ahead and grab the other donut that I have. Let's get that on there. Get what we can done. Should at least have a nice new downpipe. Let's see if I can get her lined up. Getting it on that tab. There we go. And then these gold brackets should work since it's the stock exhaust. These don't want to fit through now. Yeah, those bolts are not going to fit through, and don't think the spring bolts work on the Cobb downpipe. Yeah, it will work. I think it's when you switch over to the exhaust that they don't work anymore. So let's get these hand tightened on there as I dance around under here. Oh, I need a lift in my garage. Trying to convince the wife that you need a lift in your 2-car garage that's going to take up enough garage space to no longer, so where only you can park in the garage is not an easy thing to do, unfortunately. So we'll get it on. The exhaust sounds better with a downpipe, even with the stock exhaust, but I would like to get that taken care of as quickly as I can. It sounds much better, the new exhaust on there. In my opinion, STIs, the WRXs were even worse. When I got the STI and I started it up, it was noticeably louder than the WRX was when it was stock, but to me, for a sports car, for a rally car, whatever you want to deem it, it's just too quiet. You start it up and it doesn't have any personality. All right, so we're gonna do the rest. Should be able to get everything from the top here. Start tightening all of these up. Get the top ones on. See if I can get enough feel to thread this on without looking through these gloves. There we go. I'll just go ahead and this whole top portion done here. Then the cooler back on, support brackets all mounted back up. There we go. All right, that's nice and tight. You start putting these brackets back where they go. Go ahead and set that in there. It's always fun getting all these gaskets lined up. Turbo inlet, intake manifold, and apparently on the STI, these lovely bars all have to line up just right. This looks like it. There we go. Come down a little more. Work back across on this side. Slide it over some. The front. And coax all of this stuff to come back together. Inlet for the turbo. Does not seem like it wants to play ball. There we go. That's closer. Of course, it's right under there. Coupler just came off. There's got to be a better way to do this, which I will Google and find out once I've already completed this. And that's always the way it works. There we go. All right. So apparently the key to that is brute force, and I don't know if you guys can see it from up there. So let's grab it. This guy, right in there, the clamp that goes on there, sliding it over the turbo instead of on the inlet makes it a little easier to manhandle. I was looking the other day and found a plethora of carbon fiber pieces for the interior of the engine bay, and I love carbon fiber, so now I'm torn. Do I go with the one that gives me a little tool tray to set stuff down, highly practical, or do I go with something that looks really good? I don't know, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Carbon fiber pieces. There's a piece that goes here. There's a carbon fiber piece here. There's one that covers this. There's a carbon fiber cover for the battery and for the fuse box. And then there's carbon fiber strut tower tops that go up here that look really nice as well. Let's get these on. Get that guy back in his holder. He'll probably go on better. I'll have to find the manual for this car. I had the manual for the 08. For old Blue. It made things a lot easier, so I need to find the manual. It may be included in the service manual that I have for the 08. It may, since they're similar model years, it may all be the same as far as all in the same book. I know they're not the same procedures. I'm going to jump under there, and I will catch you guys in just a minute. We'll load the tune and take her out for a spin, see how she drives. All right, let's get her cranked. It is going to take a second. It goes through a couple times. Let's try it again. There she goes. Fired up. Oh, and I need gas. Like bats. Do I have my wallet? I do not. Now let's just go run her around the block real quick. Let's see. That new tune feels as good as it did on the STi as it does on the WRX. Stage 2 downpipe full exhaust on the WRX was a world of difference. It was just night and day. So I'm just wondering if it's going to be the same on the STi, since the STi already has more power. Come over the top of the hill here. That feels slower. What's going on, guys? It's been a couple days. I went ahead, I pulled the muffler off, which fixed the issue of it not hitting full boost with the new tune. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut it right around here, because as it sits now, it's just blowing all that hot exhaust gas up here, and you can see melted a little bit of the fender linings. Not too worried about those pieces. They're pretty cheap to buy new, but I don't want to continue to have that issue. So what I'm going to do is take the Sawzall, chop it off right here. I've got a downturn from O'Reilly's Auto Parts. It says it fits a 2 1/4, which I believe, if I remember correctly, this is 2 1/2, 2 1/4. It measures roughly 2 1/2. I'm going to see if it'll slide on. It was the only one they had. If not, I'll run back up to the store and get a new one, and we'll throw that one on. Yeah, with that muffler pulled off and it being able to breathe all the way through, not being restricted by that big muffler, did make a world of difference. I'm going to try and get a good angle. And it's not going to sit and bite very well. Just trying to figure out the best way to attack it, because I do want to get it right about there, but it doesn't really seem to like that. Okay, so there's one. Alright, so that's off. It's not too bad. This is looking like it'll slide on. You know what? Are we catching? Yeah, we're catching. Let's see if maybe a mallet will. Yep. So I'm going to take the other exhaust, get it over to the exhaust shop, see if with maybe a cut in the right place and a little extra bends, maybe lengthen the mid pipe and bring the Y in a little different. They should be able to. That and rearrange the hanging brackets. I did check the brackets again just to make sure. And the brackets they're not, on this one the brackets are both on the same side. On the old exhaust for the sedan, they're on separate sides. But I'm going to see what they can do. It shouldn't be more than like 150, 200 bucks if they can even do it at all. If not, what I'll do is bring them this piece I hacked off or get them to bend their own pipe. And then I will have them maybe just pull the tips off the old exhaust, and we'll just run pipe and then run those tips all the way to the old spot. With none of the baffles on the old muffler, it sounds fantastic. It'll also hit full boost, which was actually my main concern. The sound, while I do enjoy a nice throaty Subaru rumble, sound was a lot less important than making sure that I was getting full boost. I have let the car warm up for just a second here, and you can already hear, you should already be able to hear how much louder it is. Let's do a pull here. It's not as loud with the turn down, honestly, which is a good thing. I think a lot of the
a lot of it was just the echoing that was coming off of it, blowing out and just running right into the bumper area and just collecting in there. That's never a good thing for hot gases, just to be hanging out by plastic. Next thing that I think we're going to be doing to the STI is I'm going to go ahead and get the lowering springs off of the struts that I bought off of Craigslist. I bought some struts off of a guy. They were for a 2011 STi sedan, and they had the Eibach lowering springs on them. So I was just going to modify the holes on those a little bit, and they'll actually bolt straight up to the WRX. So that was the plan when I bought those. I had them for about 2 days. I was waiting for, I believe, get a day or two off work. I was waiting for the weekend, and then I also had a brake kit, slotted rotors, and upgraded pads coming from Rally Sport Direct, and got in an accident the same day that brake kit showed up at the house. So that was a little frustrating. But now I've got lowering springs that can go on the STI. I looked up the springs. They say they are for sedan or hatch. So we'll do that next. And then I believe after that, it'll be ProTune, Stumble Fix Kit, which is brutal on the STIs. I don't know why Subaru hasn't fixed that yet. We'll do the Stumble Fix. We'll do the Grimspeed boost controller. And then she'll be all set. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.